The biggest part of 2022 passed by preparing to the longest hike I've ever did. Jar1, or the GR20 that crosses Corsica, is known as the most difficult long-distance trail in Europe. It's definitely not a piece of cake from the physical or technical point of view, but the true challenges are the mental and logistical ones. In February, I returned to the Borzsést to check out the view from Peak Colțu-Corbului. Then we walked around the village of Vârșag and visited the Vârșag waterfall. In March, I started the physical preparation to the Corsican Challenge. I managed not only to get stronger and lose weight, but also to get injured. So I risked to do my next hike in June, when I finished under the time limit the most difficult route on the Banfi Miklós Memorial Hike. The next weekend we went to Rodna Mountains to see the blooming of the rhododendron. Since the beginning of the year, I started to count the grams for the things I would pack and buy the gear I needed. From July, I started testing them and making the necessary modifications. I walked from Turdagos to Csukas waterfall, then I spent 2 days in the Trascău Valley, where I started to feel the first positive effects of the medication I was taking for my injury. In August, I discovered new parts of Retezat Mountains, but in spite of the magical views, because of some unpleasant experiences, I left for home a day earlier than planned. I returned to Bedeleu, where I visited the Hudalui Paparu cave this time as well. During my walks in the forest near Cluj, I found ominous markings on the trees. At the beginning of September, we wanted to climb Peak Bistrițorul starting from Colipița, but because of the rain we stopped at the house of the mountain rescue team. Thanks to the physiotherapy, I could start almost completely healthy the GR20 route full of continuous challenges, which in 180 kilometers climbs 12,000 meters. The more than 2 weeks spent in Corsica was an experience of a lifetime. I managed to climb Moncin to the highest peak of the island, but after 155 kilometers, just 3 days before the end, because of the 4-day storm that was approaching, we decided to finish the trip before time. As it usually happens, we have to also work sometimes, so in the rest of the year I didn't do any more hikes. In 2023, climbing the highest point of another country in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean followed, and besides the undiscovered objectives from Transylvania, I expect to put in practice another plan abroad, this time a less strenuous than the Corsican one.